So, Jesus Freak, if I may summarize, I believe the two main points of your video were, one, that Christianity provides an unchanging moral compass, and for that reason it's good, and two, that atheism is the greatest danger to humanity. So, okay, so this is what you said about societies and their morals. You said societies always change what they say is moral, but the Bible doesn't. You said, this is a quote, so there's a flex there within that morality. However, within Christianity, we have direct teaching as to what is moral, and that morality never flexes. It's very rigid. You said, we have a litmus test, that is God, to judge what is moral and what isn't. And of course I must add here that we can't actually ask God. You have to ask a priest or a theologian as to what God would say about X. And you said, you see, this book helps us to understand what is right and what is wrong, and the same laws and the same rules that apply to us 2,000 years ago still apply today. This, to me, sounds insanely ignorant. Let me just go through one more of your quotes. You said on Christian morality, it remains consistent. So why do I say this is so ignorant? Well, throughout history and within the pages of the Bible, you can find a lot of acts and attitudes that were permitted or considered compulsory that would be viewed by anyone today as immoral. So, for example, slavery is throughout the Bible implicitly allowed, and that's why Christians use the Bible to support slavery up until it was abolished. Rape is okay in certain situations. It's okay, for example, to offer your virgin daughters up for rape. If you look up the story of Sodom, Lot was the good guy in that story, and his good action was offering his daughters to be raped to the angry townsfolk. Murder is definitely okay, especially if the children disobey their parents, or if someone wears mixed fabrics, or if someone picks up sticks on the wrong day of the week. In those situations, murdering is compulsory. Genocide is okay if the city is full of complainers, or if people in the city make fun of prophets. Sexism, obviously, that's okay. Witch burning, that's okay. And discrimination against gays. The sexism and discrimination against gays are interesting because we still see that today. And we still have people like Pat Robertson saying that, saying blatantly sexist and discriminatory things using the Bible as an example. But that's not going to be the case in, say, 100 years in a more enlightened society if the human race manages to make it that far. But anyways, either you agree that all of these things are good that I just mentioned, or you agree that Christian morals change. The more important point is this. If you do get your morals from the Bible, it is only by cherry-picking or quote mining. You select quotes from the Bible based on what you think is good or what the society thinks is good at the time. Therefore, your morality, there's some other morality there that's serving as your selection criteria, and that other morality is not contained within the Bible. But let's talk about morality more generally. That is, why do we do good things or avoid doing bad things? Now, I can tell you that I, as an atheist, do good things because I want to be a good person. When I do good things, it's because I'm trying to be a good person. And when I avoid doing bad things, it's because I'm trying to avoid being a bad person. I can tell that some acts are good and bad, and I want to be a good person, so I'll do good acts and try to avoid bad acts. But you, as a Christian, do good things because you want a reward for it. And you, as a Christian, do bad things because you are afraid of being punished for it. So I submit that I am a better person than you. As an atheist, I don't need to be bribed to behave morally, but Christians do. So let's move on to your second point. The greatest threat to humanity, you said, is atheism. And you said, well, this is because atheists are doomed. They're doomed to hell. So they're going to burn for eternity. It doesn't matter what happens on earth, they're going to burn for eternity. And if they convince other people to be atheists, well, that's terrible because those people are going to burn too. But this idea of being burned forever is an entirely religious belief. In other words, you're defining the meaning of humanity, or of humankind, in the religious terms of Christianity. So when you say that the greatest threat to humankind is atheism, what you're sort of saying is the greatest threat to Christianity is atheism, because you're defining humanity in entirely Christian terms. I almost agree with the statement that atheism is the greatest threat to Christianity. I hope it constitutes a big threat to Christianity, because I don't like Christianity. But I would have to say that Islam is a contender also. But I'm not too happy about that. But the actual greatest threat to humankind, and let's think about humankind the way we should, as in the fates of the people around us, not some imaginary fate that you think is going to befall them. So what is the actual greatest threat to humankind? Well, the actual greatest threat is religion. So why do I say this? Well, there are two possibilities for ending human existence on this planet. Two plausible theories. One, there might be a nuclear war. That could conceivably end human life as we know it. And two, there might be runaway global warming. But if there's a nuclear war, the likely trigger is going to be religion. If Israel gets nuked, it will be because of religion. If Israel nukes someone, it will be because of religion. If the U.S. decides to pick a side, it will be because of religion. And then we get to global warming. If we fail to do anything about global warming, it will be because of religion. Throughout the U.S., I think the numbers are really scary. I think it's something like 40% of United States citizens believe that the world is going to end in their lifetime. So why would these people want to do anything about global warming? So here you have the most polluting nation on the planet by far, and they don't want to do anything because they think the world is going to end anyway. So those are the two greatest threats facing our species right now. They are threats that could quite conceivably wipe us out. Global warming and the possibility of nuclear war. Of these two, religion is helping to bring them about. So religion is the greatest threat to humanity.